know those meaningless days you feel sometimes? Lately, I've been in that situation. I don't know if it's just me wanting for perfection or something else. I feel overwhelmed. It's like everything is falling apart. Wait, am I exaggerating? Oh, that was exaggerating. Hello friends, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, then hi, I'm Michelle, first year civil engineering student from Indonesia. People say we need to do something, then we need the right motivation to start doing it. Question is how to actually be motivated, because it's hard to just imply motivation to an action we're taking. We tend to not start anything just because we don't feel any motivation coming to us. So what kind of motivation do we actually need to get rid of getting bored? Let me tell you an interesting story of Harlow's experiment. Mr. Harlow was a professor of psychology in the University of Wisconsin. Mr. Harlow established one of the first world's laboratories on primate behavior in the 1940s. He and his two colleagues experimented on rhesus monkeys for 2 weeks on learning. They gave the monkeys tasks to solve a simple mechanical puzzle, and to solve that puzzle, it required 3 steps. I don't think we need to discuss the steps here, so let's continue the story. The aim of the experiment is to observe how the monkeys reacted, and the experiment gave them a shocking result. Nobody had taught the monkeys how to solve the puzzles, yet nobody had rewarded them anything when they succeeded. So how is that possible? Well, that experiment brought them to some important conclusions. There are 2 main drives that powered behavior. The first one is the biological drive. This is what humans do to satisfy their needs, like we eat to prevent ourselves from starving, or we drink to quench our thirst. The second drive is when we respond exquisitely to certain external forces. For example, you promise to reward yourself once you get an A+ score, and therefore you study harder. Or another example, your boss promised you an increased salary if you reach certain goals, and because of that you work harder. There's always a reward because of an action. But those 2 drives didn't explain the reason behind the monkey's actions. Instead, there is another drive called the third drive. This is where our performance provides intrinsic reward. The monkeys were able to solve the puzzle simply because they found it gratifying to solve them. The joy behind the task was its own reward. Remember, not a single reward was given to those monkeys. Their motivations on finishing the puzzles are based on their own will to actually finish the task, not because there was food or treats that came after. So basically, to find the right motivation is to force yourself to try and try again. And believe it or not, you can accomplish your goals without hoping to get any reward. Although gaining that joy of doing such tasks must take a long-term way, it is the best way. So instead of focusing on the reward, you'll be more thrilled to actually finish the task and be good at it. But despite all the advantages of the long-term third drive, this one needs the right environment to survive because it's more fragile than the other 2. Look, people don't just fail at something. We get used to something that brings us to failure. One who has goals to have a huge success on their academic should not surround themselves with ambitionless people. Now, if we go back to our first question, how to actually be motivated? The answer is simple. Keep doing it. Keep studying, keep working, keep trying. Because when you stop and get used to not doing the usual stuff you do, that is when you're letting yourself to be unmotivated. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching up to this very end. You're a legend. If you want more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and comment down below which part of video you like the most. See you on the next one. Bye!